Okay. Oh. May all the love in this universe be here now because I need it now more than ever. This is my first public appearance as an attorney, Danny Goldenballs. Oh my God, I am actually officially Danny Goldenballs. I downloaded my name change order and I got my bar card switched. That was an interesting conversation. I don't know why the bar wanted to call me at 6 o'clock on a Saturday night, but someone must have been in the building because they were very concerned about me trying to make a mockery of the law practice and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't really care what you think because I got the golden balls, right? I've got golden balls. You can think whatever you want. Change my name to Golden Balls on my bar card, all right? They did that. You know, I felt my kahunas. I felt my two cantaloupes of light. I felt them expanding as I'm sorry, I did the spittle. That's terrible. Manners. Okay, so, but anyway, I felt it expanding. I stood up to that bar associate from the bar people calling me, trying to question me, my choices of what kind of balls I have is none of their business. I can be called anything. Johnny Appleseed. Okay, so now I'm going into court. I have this shitty tie, and I've been trying to put it on for the last 5 minutes, and I cannot, for the life of me, get it right. So this is my first public appearance. This is traffic court. This traffic court, I will choose to not name because while everyone is friendly and it's okay, this court is really hard to get to. I have to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I have to drive 2 hours, at least 2 hours to get here. And then when you get here, it's just their favorite answer is no. No. We changed the policy. No. You can't do that. No. You talk to the officers. You try to work out a plea bargain, to keep your client's driving record clean. This court, no. No plea bargains. When you walk in that room, in that door, you're guilty. You're guilty of the traffic violation. Well, you probably are guilty of the traffic violation, but see, that's the attitude. Everyone's guilty. It's traffic. And so, but that perception is not really cool. Nevertheless, I'm going in there and I had a session. Sorry about the shake. I have this neurological shake that I got from my dad, who still has his neurological shake as he's putting people in jail for pot, even though they're just placating him. He's not really putting people in jail for pot. He thinks he is because he's senile. He's still old. He won't retire. He's 97 years old. He doesn't give a damn. He comes to court every Tuesday and then wants to put the potheads in jail because that's how he did it. And then what they do is they're just placating the clerks and everything down in that small county in Missouri. They're placating and they're just but he refuses to die. He's like a ornery old mean bastard, and he's of the opinion that if you smoke pot, you go to jail. That's just the way it is. And so what he does is he sentences people to jail, and then he goes into his chambers and takes a nap because he's old. And then after that, everyone in the crowd knows they're not going to jail because the guy's crazy. So then they bring in a new judge, a regular judge from downstairs or whatever, and then they quietly do all the, here's your fine, here's your $100, whatever. They don't send him to jail, but he thinks they're all going to jail. 1 weekend in jail. One joint, 1 weekend in jail. So anyway, I'm going in there right now. I feel nervous. My hands are clammy. My balls are vibrating. They're humming. because this is the first time, and I'm armed. You know, I have my name change order, and I have the thing that I can show on my phone saying that my bar name has changed. Bar number same, bar name different. Name on the bar different. And then I'm going to have to say, because this is traffic court, you know, and we appear for defendants, you know, we appear for them. So I'm going to have to say, Your Honor, Danny Goldenballs appearing 977 for defendant, yaka, yaka, yaka. And then we go through the trial, you know, and I might get some snickers from the officers. Goldenballs, what the hell? You know, I might laugh, but my challenge is to speak it with authority the very first time I speak it. Because this is the first time I'm going to publicly speak it. I'm going to publicly speak my actual name, which reflects the actual truth of the two cojones that I've got hovering right here. Okay? So I have to say, Danny Goldenballs. You know, I have to say it not like pronounced like that, you know, like super loud, you know, but I have to say it confidently. Danny Goldenballs. I am Danny Goldenballs. Not like, you know, see, I need to practice a little bit. Good afternoon, good morning, Your Honor. Danny Goldenballs appear. You know, if I say it quickly, then I'm betraying I have to be proud about it, right? I have to be fucking proud. I have to say, I am Danny Goldenballs. Goldenballs. Balls made of gold. Testicles that are gold. I'm talking gold. Actual gold. Gold that becomes physical gold. And then gold that can transform to a higher orbit of gold. Still gold. Still gold. And then it can solidify. And then rise up and solidify. And the two cantaloupes can expand, light up the room. You don't need a flashlight on your phone. You just pull your pants down, and then you can walk anywhere. Can you imagine that? It's a light source. Never even thought about that. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Danny Goldenballs, let's do this. Okay. All right, I'm going into court. I am Danny Goldenballs.